Hi, and welcome along to the weekend roundup. Well, actually, is it weekend roundup? Week roundup? It's not looking good for me, I know that.
It's not looking good.
Right? We are joined today by Flex. Ain't been looking too good for him as well. But Flex is in the building.
We're here.
AGT on top of the pile with Liverpool.
Lonely
right?
at the top.
Lonely at the top. Abby's okay today. She's very okay. And even Matisse is okay.
We're okay.
I'm not okay. Right?
No.
Where do we start? I know. You know what, right? I've heard, right? Before I was doing another show in the other studio before this, and I got a bit of intel. From some people saying, Robbie. Say, Robbie, they've been preparing for you for the last hour. I was going to prepare. What, Matisse is always late? I said, nah, man.
He was early
Matisse
today.
come early today. Early today, right? They've been preparing for you. So let's start with Arsenal, man.
All right,
let's
okay.
have it.
Should we start?
Get all your props out, your
do you wanna
violins, what you got. Let's see what you got. What you got?
Go on, Flex go first.
What about the fouls on Bukayo? I understand. What about the fouls on Bukayo? Even Alex was pulling back Gabriel. And yes, Cecil, we can still win this league. We can still win this league.
You know what I mean? We're not even in the top title race anymore. We're in the top 4 race. You know what I mean? Like, it's mad. I tell you. Oh, he's here. You're right.
Oh, we got tired.
Ty, could you do a better rendition of me doing a rendition of you? And do the real voice about the fouls on Saka?
Oh, yeah, give
The
him
fouls on Bukayo?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the referee doing? Why was he in the upward play?
Don't get him started, man. Now get out.
Get out of here, man.
No excuses. All right, go on. Come on, who's next?
Who's next?
How's it going,
Love for the love.
Mbappe want to join. Emerson. Saka Martin and
How's
Jesus.
it going, people?
Yesterday on the channel,
killed
me and
him.
KG call him Reworkish, bro. He's going back to his old self. Love for the love, people.
Love for the love, people, yeah?
Love for the love.
How's it going, people?
Do that again, man. That was
Oh,
fun.
that was unreal.
Yeah.
How's it going? Love for the love, eh? Mbappe.
Oh,
Why wouldn't he join? Jesus, Martinelli, Saka, Emerson.
that is
Yeah?
Matisse just killed it.
Long day.
Love for the love.
And we just got one more. I have to stand for it.
Get that in camera shot.
Oh, you might have to hold the mic for it because no one's going to hear.
The way that Cecil moves, the top. And then
Sausage. Hold that, Cess, you sausage. R.I.P. title charge.
Well, hold on. What you?
Oh, look, hold on.
Oh, but hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
He said, hold on.
it was.
Rest in peace.
Hey. We ain't gonna have no interruptions today. Ain't gonna be nobody
They ain't been
interrupting me.
preparing,
When
man.
I get through my stats, you ain't gonna interrupt me today.
We
All right.
You ain't gonna interrupt me.
If you deflect.
You ain't gonna interrupt me today.
They said no deflection,
Court is
mate.
in session.
I got some stats
Right.
to read out.
We got some.
Anybody interrupting me getting shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't mess with Matisse today, man. He's on fire.
Right.
First stat.
fire.
Arsenal, 10 points worse off than this time last season. 10 points.
Oh, it's late.
Second stat.
Tight.
Arsenal have scored 10 less goals this stage last season, 47 to 37.
fire.
Next stat. Goals conceded.
Ooh, what's that?
Arsenal have conceded 3 more goals this season, 20 compared to 17. Same point. Now these are some stats in their favour.
Oh, let's go.
Babs, are you listening?
Oh,
It's important. This one. It's important.
are we going to learn 5 things?
Tilt.
5 things about Arsenal.
Hey, you lot are going in today, man.
I've got 3. I'm sure you can give me the other 2.
Hey, listen.
I got 3. I'm sure you can give me the other 2.
Wait. This
Whoa,
is
whoa, whoa.
everybody.
I ain't finished. Don't say anything, because I ain't finished.
Babs is not here to defend himself. Leave
Listen.
him alone.
Field tilt.
Oh, the field tilt.
Field tilt.
The field tilt.
Arsenal have gone from 59.36%
No.
Is that percent?
to 60.4 field tilt. The field is tilting.
Tilting the field.
Eat that
Field
stat.
is tilting.
They love the field
What do you mean?
tilt.
Babs always posts
Now,
it.
this season,
Eat that stat. I'm
we've
not Bab.
spoken about control.
Control.
Guess what the possession?
Controller.
Control.
Like controller.
Yeah?
Controller.
Guess what the possession stats are?
The possession.
They've gone from 66.3% 3-1
2/3, yeah.
to 72.57.
More control.
More
What have they done with it?
control.
Possession.
More control.
Daddy said this.
And guess what with Raya?
Oh.
Goalkeeping progressions, percentages
Wow.
for playing out from the back.
Whoa.
Oh, it's
39.47 to 43.49. They've improved
Total domination from back to front.
Domination. We got more.
Insane.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Right. Then we did a deeper dive.
What?
We did a deep dive. We had time this morning.
Wow.
We did a
They
deep
prepared.
dive.
got it nice and now.
We thought we'd have a look at your front three and compare them to Ange Imposter No Clues team. Okay.
This could be bad, Robbie.
So,
Don
Bukayo
Matthews.
Saka, the star boy. Starting 11 95% of the time. 93 minutes he's playing on average. 6 goals and 7 assists. Just gonna compare
That's
that
a
to
38.
Richarlison.
Richarlison.
You know
Not good
Richarlison can't hit a barn door. Richarlison. He's only been in the starting 11 60% of the time and only averagely plays 51% of minutes. He also has 6 goals.
Oh, it's
Mad.
late.
6 goals.
Late, Robbie.
Then we had a then we had a look at Gabriel Jesus. You know, the mighty Gabby Jesus.
Walk on water. Turn water
Walk
into
on
wine.
water. That's 3 goals. 3 goals and 1 assist.
People are chatting about
We then had
moving
a-
to an 8. Because he's that ineffective.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Babstone,
Yeah. We then had a look at Dejan Kulusevski. I believe it's 5 goals and 2 assists.
Oh, it's late.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Then we had a look at Martinelli. Martinelli, big, strong, amazing, you know. Favela
No,
Martinelli.
not that big.
Just the 2 goals and 2 assists for him. And to be honest, I compared him to Brennan Johnson, who gets a lot
Not
of
Son.
criticism. It's just the 1 goal, but 4 assists. So there we go. I left Son out of it because obviously Son's clear. Son's clear.
point for that.
Son's clear of it all.
Yeah.
But we wanted to really just finish this off with the song.
Robbie.
Robbie, are you okay?
Robbie, are you okay? Are you okay,
Robbie?
Robbie, are you okay?
Are you
Robbie, are
okay?
you okay?
Do you know
Are
what? Do you know what we're
Robbie?
asking? Because you said that your Christmas and your New Year's
Yeah.
was ruined.
Ruined!
They've ruined my New Year's
Ruined.
and my Christmas.
It was ruined!
Friends, just seeing if you-
Football-wise, it was ruined.
It was lonely at
But
the top.
actually,
Lonely.
at home it was not. How dare you get involved?
What?
How dare you
What?
get involved?
I'm not on a title
What
charge.
are you singing?
I'm not on a title charge. This is about you, mate.
No.
Deflection.
No.
Deflection.
No, it's
Draw
not
for the rifle.
Deflection.
Draw for the rifle.
Deflection.
Nah,
Draw for the rifle.
that's not deflection.
No.
That's fact.
No.
You're not in it.
This ain't about.
They're in it.
He's been holding that the whole time. Yeah, he said that to him. He's lower than me.
We will not
No,
be
listen.
deflecting.
No.
Flex will
wait.
hold it. Flex will hold it.
Yeah,
He'll get
exactly.
it.
I can.
You
so-
said let's start with
Wait,
Arsenal.
can I talk?
Oh no!
Yes.
I know what he's gonna do. Here
Wait,
comes
no, we got to let him talk. We got to let
Kevin
him
the
talk.
Don.
Just be ready because it's mad deflection.
They're always so scared of my reports.
no, because the deflection's gonna be mad.
I'm
It's
not
gonna be-
deflecting, right? We owed it. We owed it. I mean, it was a very poor Christmas for us. You know, what I mean, it's 6 points dropped, massive 6 points dropped. We were top on Christmas Day. We're 4th on New Year's Day. You know what I mean?
Life comes at you
That's
fast.
mad.
Never seen that
Life
before
comes
in my
in the
life.
Premier League. It comes at you fun.
How you coming fast?
That's why I was saying. It's come very, very fast. It's come very, very fast. So, you know what I mean? And I get it, right? I get it. You know what I mean?
I look at Christmas Day, we're top of the table. And now, it's coming faster. It's fast. We're not top, we're 4th.
Very fast. Very fast. So listen, I take it.
Don't go
Right? I owe that.
Do not.
Right? I get why he's having a go because he's had it all year.
Have to.
You know what I mean? All year from the start
Whole
of
of
2023
The whole
to
year.
the end.
Yeah.
The man has been taking,
Long day.
picking up
Long year.
flack. He's been getting battered and he's holding that gun. He's been shot every
F1
week.
shirt.
So I get it.
Shots.
You get a little one
Gunshot
win.
for this.
A little 1 penalty win over Luton, I get it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I understand
Huge
why
win though for where they are.
I get it with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You follow a team that's a constant failure.
Oh, I'm hearing a little. Hearing a little action.
This is time, this is a response.
I
Everyone
get
has a
it.
right to reply.
I get
Oh,
it.
it's salty, Robbie.
And I know.
Salty.
Well, listen, I even get it with you because I don't even get
Yeah,
with you.
we
I don't
share
get.
for time.
I don't get it with you.
Why?
I don't get it with you because we're going to get onto your team later
Yeah.
on. And I get it with you. But the one thing I would say, right? There was one stat that you didn't quote and you didn't quote. And you didn't quote. Why not? Let's hear the stats for how many times they've missed, right? And have not turned up when their teams have lost. I'm here, right? I'm here. But when their teams lose
He's gone
this,
down that route. He's gone down
right?
that route.
The reason why that song "Abby Are You OK" came about, right, was because you weren't here when you were suffering your defeats. You were missing.
Oh, so now we're holding
right?
illness.
The
now we're holding
the-
illness in contempt.
No,
we're
but you,
holding my
at least
illness.
you're talking about holdout. I'm here. I'm here to take
You got
it.
late though.
Matisse.
I've definitely been here. I've lost all season. How could I not be here? How could I not be here? We lose all
I've only
games.
missed one of my losses. I didn't even come for one of my wins. We beat you. I couldn't even be here.
To me, man.
No, but it's because you've only lost one game. And then even when you came and you were crying the whole thing, talking about VAR, and I'm going to get to you about VAR and that later on. Let's see if you got the same energy. Let's see if you got the same energy on VAR. But it was a bad. It's been a bad
Christmas.
I was just going to the game. I was at the game. It was a very. I was. The West Ham game. I didn't think we played well, even though we had 30 shots. I thought. But the one thing about it, we shouldn't really. We should have converted a lot of those. Should have done better. The one which even Arteta said, the one against Fulham, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, we went 1-0 up, so thinking, all right, great response. And literally after that, and you know what, Flex, we're going to come to your game. It reminded me a bit of your game where I was like, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, yeah, when are we going to start playing again now? Why are we just letting these men just get back into the game? Why are we just letting them just
It's not
pass
easy
them?
watching that, is it?
It was tough watching it.
That's not easy watching that.
Why are they just... I'm saying to... It's me and Cecil was there. I'm going, Cecil, these men are going to score soon if we don't start getting our act together. Why don't we start passing the ball around
What
and
did
that?
Cecil say to that?
You know? No, he agreed. And they did score.
Yeah.
And
Scored too.
they did deserve to win the game. Even if we had chances as well. Saka had a chance that he missed.
Yeah, he done well.
But they deserved to win the game. They were better than us. And it was a very, very disappointing and very damaging defeat. But I wouldn't say the title's over. I think this season, when you look at the top, I think that sums it up what we just saw there. You know what I mean? The fact that we've lost 2 games and we dropped to 4th. But
Yeah, that's our title, isn't it?
I feel that this year, it's a lot different to previous years where it's only always 2 teams going for it. I do think at this time there's a lot of teams that are going to take points off of other teams. So Arsenal not out of it, but we've got to get our act together fast. We've got to get our act together fast. But we're not out of it.
I'd say
Because
that.
there was a
we're
lot of
out of
Arsenal fans saying like it's over. Like
No,
Leeds was obviously
listen,
saying we are in the
Julian-
top 4.
Julian
The
was
immediate,
there.
the immediate
Troops
reaction
were saying
after
it's over. Like
the immediate reaction after back-to-back defeats, right? When you've not, remember before that we'd only lost twice this season. The immediate reaction after that is it's over, it's done. It's even I driving home, I felt like that. I'm like, we've blown it. But then when I got home and I was sort of thinking about it, I was saying, listen, this has been like our blip, our poor period, because it's not even in the last 2 games. The last, say, 4 or 5 games have not.
1 in 5.
You know what I mean? But the performances, it's about performances. And I think the last 2 games, those performances weren't up to scratch. And, it's now for the team to go out there. I know they're good enough to bounce back from this. They've got good players, right? We saw how well we played, say, for instance, when we went to Liverpool. So it's, we got a big game coming up against Liverpool in the FA Cup this week. That's
yeah,
now a
we
big
do.
game.
that's looking.
Wait.
That's looking.
That's a big game now because we need to show
If they come
response.
to Emirates and dump you out the FA Cup as well, which look, it's Liverpool, so you
And
can
then 2
easily.
weeks later we go
and then
back there
2
in the
weeks later
league.
you go back in the league as well.
Yeah.
This
But what-
is a tough period.
This
coming
is
up.
not a
This is
bigger
tough.
fish to fry situation.
True, but what? No, it's definitely not.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because if you
make sure I
lose
got the
this
little
game,
fish.
FA Cup.
it's the 3rd round. It could
Plus
be
as well.
It could be.
FA Cups are big.
And you're out of the Carabao Cup as well, obviously.
Carabao Cup I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
about,
done.
but the FA
So that could
Cup
be
to
out of
me-
2 competitions.
To me, FA Cup.
Loads of losses in the
FA
league.
Cup's a big competition, man.
Yeah.
I want Arsenal won the FA Cup more times than any other team, and I want to see us have a good run in it. And we've had last couple of seasons, we've had even this season, like some of our draws. Last season we had City away in the 3rd round.
Yeah, it's tough.
Right, this year we've got Liverpool, but it's the perfect game to
It
try
is,
and
no,
bounce
but
back.
if it is, but if it
It's the
goes the
perfect-
other way,
If it goes the other
and
way-
obviously we're going to talk about Liverpool and the type of mood they're in terms of like just the chances they're creating and stuff like that. They're not perfect. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that, but and I'm
If
not saying that they're definitely going to beat
it
you.
can
But
go-
if it goes the other way,
if it goes the other
all of
way,
a sudden
there's-
it starts getting distasteful.
Yeah, it does.
very
It does.
quickly.
But it's a chance for the team to respond and bounce back. And I think when we've played the sort of bigger teams, right, the teams that are going to come and attack, we've done better. What's been a bit worrying, actually, has been like when a team sort of got very organised. I literally looked at it, right, after the game, and I'm like, did Marco Silva just ring up David Moyes and say, yo, bro, can we copy what you did? Right? Because they literally did the same thing. right?
Here's-
And just waited for mistakes on the counter-attack, and it worked brilliantly for them as well. And I think it's something that Arsenal really need to address because, you know, and there's a lack of... Last year, our fullbacks, I think as well. I mean, I've heard a lot of analytics done on our performances. And what I feel is one of the big things missing as well is like last year, our fullbacks was so important to how we played. Like Ben White, for instance. And he's just been a shadow of himself. I mean, I was reading today where they reckon he's been carrying an injury for about the past 5-6 weeks. And I'm like, maybe that explains it because he just looks flat at the moment. And then Kivior, he was awful on the
He's no left back, I tell you that.
He can't play on the left-hand side. So we got to respond. We got to respond, but I don't think the title race is over yet. To lift up that sign and say "Rest in peace" the title. I think
We were only saying what some Arsenal fans were saying.
She's investing in stocks.
Premature
I
to say
think for
that.
Arsenal, I think
It was your title charge
we
from when
can
you were
see-
top at Christmas. If you look at the date.
Yeah, it's just that.
Okay,
So you've got to reignite another title charge.
Yeah. You got to reignite a new title charge.
can have another one.
You put the elephant out. It's slowly at the top at Christmas. So
You watch a lot of that content, don't you? You watch a lot.
Remember on the Cop TV you went?
my job to watch a lot.
Top of the league.
Out.
Remember that? Remember
Yeah,
you
well,
did
we
that
were
for
at that time.
Yeah, what about now?
I think
No, but the way the league is, in a couple
It's
of
gonna
weeks'
keep
time,
changing,
you
yeah,
might
it's
not be top of the league.
Yeah, but right now, in this moment, I'm loving that.
Arsenal,
weeks, I
don't you
might
think?
not.
Don't you think?
Fantastic.
Yeah, with what Arteta's tried to change. Now I'm looking at it because I had high hopes for Arsenal. I really did, and I thought that like they could push on. I thought they could get this.
This is
league.
hurting you, innit?
Because I don't want. Because obviously
Because
we know
both
who's
your
top.
ops-
Yeah,
both your
yeah,
ops
yeah.
in the
Exactly.
title
I
race
don't
again,
want
you don't
City
need
just
that.
cleaning up. What would that be? Fifth in a row or fourth in a row? What would that be?
Fifth.
It'd be
Fourth.
fourth in a row.
Four in a row.
Like.
It's alright, man. Don't worry.
Don't
then
want it.
Liverpool could go ahead.
But I'd rather them get 4 in a row than Liverpool win it.
Because Liverpool go ahead on titles.
Liverpool,
embarrassing.
Liverpool are our biggest.
Are you level on
rivals.
titles at the moment?
Yeah, and
No.
I swear you got one more.
You got 20. We
We-
got 19.
No, but
Oh.
you say when you say that thing about the whole. You tried to add that some shit trophy where you're like, no, you did. You done some fake
that
stuff.
major
He's like, we got
honours.
one more.
Major honours.
Major honours. We got one more.
Oh, like Community Shield or something.
No, I'm on about
He tries
leagues.
to add. He tries to add
Liverpool,
it. Yeah.
Liverpool still.
So if
But you're 3 in a record with 3 in a row record.
Maybe I
Bro.
have to look at Villa. Maybe I
This
have to
is
start getting
shameless.
behind it. You know,
Desperate.
I don't know.
Point.
Shocking
But
behaviour
back to the point about Arsenal.
Shameless.
I troll Arsenal when it's funny because it's just the people that I know. But actually, I wouldn't mind them winning the league. I actually wouldn't. It'd be good for the league. But what I'm looking at now, is like Arteta's changed so much. I think he's overthought it. He's tried to be too intricate, and I just think the changes that he's tried to make to the squad, as we can see, they're not necessarily paying off at this stage.
Do you know what,
the
Flex?
stat team, and I think teams
Yeah.
have worked you out as well. A lot of teams have worked out how to stifle Arsenal, and Arsenal haven't come back with the
with
relevant
something, yeah.
answers to those questions as of yet. And that's why we're seeing
I'd
it.
say I think people are going a bit too far with that. Yes, we are a little bit different. I don't think it's a hell of a lot different. A little bit different to last season in that we've been trying to, like that stat that you said, have more control in games, right?
Filter.
But really and truly, what it boils down to is the guys that, was so good last season are not performing at the
But it's
moment.
all of them, though.
Yeah, all three of them. Saka, Jesus, Martinelli. They're not to the same standard as they were last season. They were scoring a lot of goals. They were creating a lot of assists. They've got to step up, I feel. You know what I mean? It's too easy to just say system. I think that, look at that chance that Saka missed. He ain't missing that last
But another
year.
thing, when I
You
look
know
at the
what I mean?
wingers, if I look at Martinelli and Saka, it's like they...
And they were getting
Saka's
more help
becoming-
from the fullbacks.
Saka's becoming more predictable in his play, which I've not really seen.
not
from
had Ben
him.
White.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, but now Ben White's there. Ben White don't look great.
But what I'm saying is...
Martinelli's a shadow of himself of what he was producing last year. So they are young players who their level has dropped as well.
But
We
what
have
I'm
to say
saying is,
that.
like last year, where I would say there's a difference. Last year, you would had sort of Xhaka over on that left-hand side, sort of almost helping.
plays
Martinelli,
Zinchenko
getting
in there,
beyond
man.
him, getting behind him, stuff like that. And then on that right-hand side, like Ben White, he'd be overlapping all the time. He'd be coming in.
So the energy's massively dropped.
Whereas this season,
It
I think
has.
Ben White's carrying an injury.
yeah,
apparently.
this season he's just sort of sitting back a bit. I'm like, get involved more, but it
else
ain't
could you
over
play
yet,
there?
man. Ain't over.
It's,
Not yet.
it's definitely
How was
not over.
Kingdom Kai on the weekend?
Anonymous.
Should we get into some super chats?
Let's do some super chats. Yeah, come on.
Clara Bitsy.
Oh, Clara, happy
Hey?
New Year.
Happy
She's
New
definitely
Year.
still
She
here to
says,
cuss
Happy
her
New Year all. Robbie,
Oh, she's cooking Robbie.
is your New Year's resolution going to be how to deflect
everyone into believing at the end of the season it's a successful season because
Huge.
Arsenal will qualify back-to-back
Loved it.
in the Champions
Happy
League.
New Year to
Deflected.
you.
Okay.
Not deflected.
Shout out to Yavendra Singh, Flex and Robbie Tears to start the new year. Is Cecil going to come out with the new T-shirt as well or no? By the way, talent of the century, Martinelli has less goals than Mudryk, the real one-season wonder.
Less than Nicholas Jackson.
Random guy in UK says Arsenal choking syndrome came early this year. Clara Bits, he's back in again. If Robbie is convinced Arsenal are still in the title race, I'm also convinced Robbie can beat Usain Bolt in a 100 metres race.
We're still in the title race, man. So you saying, bring it on.
Real bad man. Yadvendra in again. It's a clear pen on Jota. Stop the bias. Keeper trips his ankle.
We know you're
I've started.
Clear penalty in my book.
If an English striker does that to you, you lot praise him for being clever.
No.
And then Ryan says, so if Arsenal are in the title race, a Villa?
Of course they are.
Well, I'll tell you what,
course they are.
if Villa are and Arsenal are,
Whoa,
So we-
relax.
No,
relax,
Tottenham
relax.
are.
Surely you got
What, Spurs in the title race?
Sure, I mean, if,
just-
if
wait,
that's
you
what
just-
you're
they are,
saying,
Are Spurs in the
wait.
title
They
race?
are.
Hold on.
They are. And remember that, people.
Hold on.
Remember what
If
she
that's
just
what
said,
we-
that
I
you are in
didn't-
it.
I didn't say
So
it.
don't try.
I didn't say it.
Wait a minute.
I said,
No, wait a minute.
I said
wait a
if,
minute.
no,
So
no,
don't try.
I said if people, not me, I said if people.
No, they are in the
Some
title.
people
You're one
are
point
saying-
off us.
If people are saying, if people, the public, are saying
What are you saying?
that Arsenal and Liverpool
What are you
and,
saying?
Villa and City,
Just
everyone else
relax,
in the
What are you
title race,
saying?
that they
Come
must
on, don't
surely
do
be.
this.
All right,
I
what are
mean,
you saying?
I'm saying if you look at the numbers, then they must probably still be in it.
They are
Are you in it? Are you in the title
I
race
don't
or
feel
not?
personally we're in a title race, but you know,
That's
if we're looking
that's
at the
deflection,
table,
people.
if we're looking
That's
at the table,
deflection. If you,
I'm-
She doesn't wanna commit
you're
to
a
it.
point,
Listen.
you're a
You'll
point
never get
below
me to
us.
say it.
I'm
Big it
saying
up.
we're still in
How?
it.
Arsenal
You
ain't
are
that
in
good.
it.
They're in free fall, but they can say, you know
Top-
what?
Can I just
Look what we can do.
We've
Can I-
got no
when
pressure.
don't
We've got
fall
no
into
Can I
the
just
trap.
throw? Can I just?
No, hold on. You're not in it.
No, I know.
We're in a top 10 race.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I just want to throw some fire on the wood. I'm just Big Ange, right?
Yeah.
Has been tactically criticised so much this season, and he's 1 point behind Arteta with injury, suspensions,
late, Robbie.
no money really spent in
give him
comparison. Really, one game away from that changing. Okay.
If
As a matter of fact, the
It's
weird
crazy.
thing about it, and this is
That's
why,
mad-
right?
that's
crazy.
madness.
Imagine Arsenal didn't get in the top four.
Can you imagine?
You know, you know the weird thing about it, right? The other day,
Instant.
imagine if United didn't get in the top four. Should you sack your manager?
Oh,
No,
we
we
shouldn't.
shouldn't.
You don't have to imagine.
Wait.
We've got a deflection.
You don't have to imagine.
If you'd have said that at the start of the season,
You're not gonna-
And Ineos might sack our
If you
manager,
said that at the
yes.
start of the season, but anyway, just going
might
back to
happen.
We got
it.
a
Just going back to
deflection.
it. Even a couple of weeks ago, I remember I was thinking it's not a deflection. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking and we was talking about title race and that amongst us Arsenal fans, right? On AFTV, and then we looked at the table and we said, "Yo, we lose that game." I can't remember what game it was. We lose that game because I think you'd have played the Friday.
Oh, the Forest game.
Yeah.
Which game? If you lose which
Yeah.
game?
So whatever game it was after, it was like,
oh.
yo, we lose that game. Tottenham are like, they're just like 2 points behind
Oh, it was
us.
it was the Liverpool
So
game.
that's when I looked at, I found it's weird. I looked at the table. I'm like, actually, you look at Tottenham, and this is the weird thing about football as well, right? Okay, you look at Tottenham, right? If you don't draw games, and you remember even a few weeks ago, even
the
United,
same with us until
United were like near the top because
Do better.
they haven't actually, even though they've lost a lot of games, they don't draw games. They either lose or win.
Yeah.
Same with us.
Whereas with us, we've drawn a
They
few
leave
games.
it all out on the pitch, don't you?
You know, so. But anyway, let's move it on. Let's
Anyway.
move it on a bit. I think you know be
That is the definition
cooking me
of
for
leaving
about
it all
20,
out.
25 minutes.
24 minutes.
Let's move to the top of the table, which of course is Liverpool, who won last night. 7,000 of you watching, by the way. Also, don't forget to like the video.
Smash it.
But the top of the table right now are Liverpool, deservedly so. They've only lost one game this season, and it was a demolition job of Newcastle in the end. Alex was at the game.
I was.
Right. I note that despite it being a bank holiday, trains having problems and stuff like that, and him being at the game and probably not getting home
Innit?
until
3 a.m., man.
after you got him at 3 a.m.
And he
he
made it here for
still
12.
made it from Liverpool to London for this because they're top of the table. Now let's
Never
see if
gonna be.
there's any slip-ups.
I'll be here. Come on.
That if he still has the same energy when it comes to getting them trains, etc. But congratulations at the moment,
Mad, you're not
Liverpool
usually
top
on
of the
time and
table,
you're in
and
London.
Allow it.
I think they said it was a record amount of shots on goal by Liverpool. They absolutely battered Newcastle. By the way, Newcastle, how
Defence.
clinical are they? Because when they did have a chance, They did take them.
2 really good goals from them, I'll be
2 good
honest.
goals, but 4-2 and top of the table.
It's nice, eh? Bloody lovely. Now listen, I was at the game last night. I was in Liverpool for about 6 hours. I'm going back to Liverpool in about an hour. So
So just come for this.
just come for this.
And you do live in Liverpool, yeah?
I do, but I've got a strong connection to North London as well, as you know. But yeah, amazing game. The first 5-10 minutes, the atmosphere was absolutely electric last night. A special shout out to Joe Gomez. There's only one Joe Gomez. He's been around for 9 years at Liverpool now. Incredible mental kind of switch from last season from him to this season, where he's become Mr. Reliable. He can play right back, centre back, left back. You could probably do with him right now, actually. I actually heard that Tottenham were looking to maybe get him in January. No chance. No chance.
Not doing it, no.
So he was
Conor Gallagher, babe.
he was really good last night. Endo, what a signing that has been, by the way, from Jurgen Klopp. In the last 4 to 5 games, he's been top 2 players in the team, maybe even man of the match again last night. Going to miss him dearly. Good to see McAllister coming on and kind of got an assist, but also to go into that number 6 as he was before Endo came in. Salah obviously missed a penalty last night. That's 4 misses out of 10.
Yeah, great game.
But you know what? I didn't realise how good he was.
He was
last
amazing.
night.
It wasn't
really
Endo.
good. He was
Nowhere
really
near.
good.
Salah was man of the match.
It was Salah.
Or Diaz.
The outside
Diaz was
of
brilliant.
Diaz was unlucky to come off, I thought.
yeah.
Actually, the guy behind me is saying these subs have killed us because
Yeah.
when they came on, there was a kind of lull for 10 minutes, but Diogo Jota changed the game. Gakpo scored himself, and Salah gets 2 goals and an assist.
Could you have had a couple of questions? Could you have had more goals?
We should have had at
Darwin
least
Núñez.
10.
I mean, again, like
The XG was 8.
The
electric
enigma
on the
that
pitch
is
and that,
Darwin
but
Núñez.
he misses some chances, don't he? I mean,
What a weird
the other
player.
day, you when you was making
guy. I
that
love him,
comparison with Nicholas Jackson, people slate Nicholas Jackson,
Yeah, they do.
right?
They do.
But Darwin Núñez misses just as many chances as him, doesn't
It's only because Núñez plays for Liverpool
Yeah.
and they're in the
That's-
ascendancy.
that's exactly
If
what you
Darwin
said.
Núñez was at Chelsea missing
He'd
the
be a
barn
massive
door,
flop.
He'd,
Yeah.
be,
Massive
he'd be
flop.
classed as a flop. But
100%.
because he gets so much chances and plays in a really good team where he's always going to get
They're
bailed
creating
out,
something all the
it's
time.
a different
Luckily
perspective.
for us.
But if
all
it
of our
costs them a
attackers-
title, watch them talk about him then. It'll be
Luckily
different,
for us,
conversation.
we've got 5 attackers who are all so different.
Exactly.
They're all so varied in their qualities. Listen, I was 2 rows behind the Kop last night. I see Núñez getting down in the box. I'm going, come on, this is it. And then he misses. And then Isaac gets the exact same chance and
Clinical.
slots it. I mean, I don't know, Isaac, are you?
Yeah, what are you trying to do? You trying to cash in, yeah?
Trying to
cash in?
Swap deal.
come to
There's
Liverpool.
also another point that we have to make, right?
Yeah,
You
don't
said
let me get
You've
away
got a
with it.
lot of similar strikers. They
No,
all
different
seem
strikers.
different strikers. The one thing they all got in
Oh,
common
here we go. What's this?
is they all seem to have the trunks on, right? Because talk us through the Jota one, right?
I can talk you
Is
through
the-
Dubravka's explanation.
Diogo Jota, did he or did he not dive?
Get the gun out as well.
Did he get the
Please,
deflection
just get
gun
ready.
out?
Because he's going to
Hey,
start
get that gun
out
out.
statements.
Put it down.
Yeah.
I'm top.
Just get it ready.
No.
Shoot me
Because
if you want. I don't
right?
care. I'll take it.
Load up that gun,
Hold it,
right?
yeah,
Load it. Load it.
Careful with that one. That's a big.
Right?
All right, I'm gonna go. Yeah, that's a.
Make sure it's not ahead, bro.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing.
Well, if you want.
Did he or did he not dive?
Well, let's ask Dubravka, who's the person
No,
that
let's
made
ask
contact.
you.
No, let's ask you. Yeah,
We're asking you.
we're
We're
asking
asking
you.
you.
That's a deflection.
You want to know Alex?
Do you want my honest opinion?
Shoot him. That's deflection.
Do you want my
We're
honest
asking you.
opinion?
Yeah.
He's got his hands up and everything.
Yeah.
He's-
Do you want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I actually don't
Way
want to
too
shoot
far
because these
away
hurt.
to see.
Yeah.
I was at the other end of the ground. I couldn't tell.
Oh,
if
but
he
you've seen the
dived or not.
replay.
I've seen the replay, and there's contact. Clear contact on the left ankle.
Shoot him.
Shoot
So-
him. Shoot him now.
Shoot him.
No.
Yo,
Shoot. Kill that guy, man. Shoot him.
The deflection's mad.
That was a dive, man.
So
You
let's
know-
read out what Martin Dubravka
All right,
said
let's
to
see what-
Sky Sports. He said,
made, huh?
I tried to pull my arm and not catch him. I felt the contact, but I don't know what else I should do. In the end, it was a penalty. Alan Shearer.
No.
No,
Wait.
No.
Wait. Say it in the right way. He said it like.
He said, in the end, it
No.
was
You
a
got to
pen.
say it in the right. So obviously, you say in the end they
gave it.
Yeah, they given it.
I agree
That was
with you.
never
So hang
a
on.
penalty.
Just 'cause there's minimal
Wait a minute,
contact
Wait a
doesn't mean it's a
minute.
penalty.
Wait a minute, Alex.
Why am I
Well
getting
done to
rattled
Liverpool.
here?
They
We're top of
deserve
the
to.
league,
They
mate.
deserve to win,
Yeah.
but that was a clear
wasn't a pen.
dive.
It was not a
When
clear
I
dive.
watch things
It
like
was
that,
not. The
when I
keeper
watch
said
things
it was
like
a
that,
pen,
it
mate.
starts to put me
you
off
okay?
football.
Don't
It's the
watch it
sort
then.
of thing. It's the sort of thing.
Turn it off.
Hold on. It's the sort of thing, right? That over here in this country, we used to criticise. We used to say, "Oh, the
trying to
foreign
eradicate.
players are diving. This one diving." Now we're accepting. I thought Anthony Taylor, terrible referee.
Oh no, he was
Terrible.
awful.
How can you not? How can
Joe
you
Linton,
not?
how was
give-
he still on the
Yeah,
pitch,
Joe
mate?
Linton thing.
He did
but-
Miley should
mate.
never have been booked
Right,
as well.
but
Agreed.
Clean
to me,
Miley.
to me,
Never- never
this
been
thing's
booked.
infuriating me now that players
Neither
now,
should Diaz.
as soon as they feel, I remember the other day when we played Liverpool actually, right? And by the way, the Havertz one in that game was way more contact than what I saw the other night. And that goal wasn't given. That penalty
about the
wasn't given.
handball? There was
Well, hold
contact on the arm.
hold on.
Was there
No,
not?
but yeah, you remember that. But now all of a sudden you've got.
He never does
you
it
know,
for his own
yeah.
players. He
So
never
I'm,
does.
I'm,
We'd
I'm,
respect
I'm
him so
saying,
much
right,
more
I
if he
remember
did
that
that.
game there. I remember
Contact
that
was there,
game
mate.
there. There was a similar incident,
Shameless.
right?
If you give someone the chance
let
to
me
go
finish
down
it.
with the
Oh,
contact,
Alex,
it's your fault.
Let me
Come
finish.
on.
A similar incident
Just say
where Saka was through. Remember that one where Saka was through, and there was contact then, but he still tried to play, and the guy next to me said, "Go down, Saka." And in my mind, I was, it wasn't Lee. In my mind, I was kind of thinking, nah, you don't want to see players diving, man.
So what about Saka
that
when
weren't
he
enough
gets
to bring him
booked for
down,
diving?
Yeah.
Or
right?
Martinelli or
But to me,
Jesus?
that one yesterday, the worst thing about it is that he's whether there's contact or not,
Which there is.
he's gone past the player.
Correct.
Then afterwards, he sort of
After the
said,
contact.
"Raw, I'm not going to get to score this goal." I went
It was
down.
He went down.
disgrace.
Even
It
James
was-
Carragher said
It was
it,
a
mate.
delayed.
And if
Disgrace.
that
It was a
given
delayed
against
dive.
you,
Delayed
oh
dive.
my God,
And even
we
the
wouldn't hear
first
the end
one.
of it.
Yeah, delayed.
Even the first
We
goal,
wouldn't hear the
you
end
could
of it.
call
Bit
into
delayed
bit-
as well.
That was a bit of a delayed dive.
Delayed
as well.
FC.
Definitely
And
was a
pen.
dive.
Cry
and you
more
would,
though.
It's cheating.
Cry more.
I'm happy you're top of the league. I don't care.
Cállate,
No,
hombre.
what I will say.
You know what I said?
But
there?
it's a
Hold on,
dive,
hold on,
and you
just
would be
for-
the first one to
Llorar en
call it
casa.
out if it
Llorar
went
en casa.
against you.
Llorar
He
en
just
casa.
doesn't
you
care
know
at the
what?
moment. He doesn't care.
I think at the end of the
Shoot
game,
this guy.
right?
Where's your gun?
I think at the end of the
Was he?
game, you know, at the end of the game, is watch at the end of the game. I think somebody came up. Oh, shoot him.
Right, you're actually going to drop.
Shoot him.
I've had enough of him.
At the end of the game,
Llorar en casa.
you know, I think at the end of the game, somebody came up to Klopp and they said, "Klopp, Jurgen, do you think that was a dive?" He said, "Nah, man, definite penalty." And that's when his ring fell off. And he couldn't find it. It's like he's
lost a bit of
someone
weight,
said,
man. I
You
know
tell
it.
so much lie, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It took man nearly loses his wedding ring.
But, no,
Come on, man.
but I
That
do
was a
think
dive.
it was-
Admit it.
it was a
Admit
dive.
it.
I'm not admitting it because there was contact.
Oh,
I'm getting rattled
come
like
on,
this.
man. That's why they
Top
don't.
of the league,
That's
brother.
why they don't
Anthony
respect.
Taylor doesn't give it. If he doesn't give that, there's no way VAR overturn it. They've
No.
only not overturned it because they don't want to
He
make
had.
him look
Did you
even
think it
more
was a dive?
incompetent than he already is.
we
Yeah,
think
it's
it
a
was a
dive.
dive?
It's a clear dive.
This is what
It's a
happened last
clear
night,
dive.
right?
Was that a dive, Matisse?
100%.
With 5
It's a
points
dive.
clear of
100%.
Arsenal, he's rattled.
No, it's nothing
At the
to
end of
do
the
with
game,
that.
It's
At
just
the end
about
of the game-
No,
integrity
wait.
of the
I said at the
game,
start,
Alex.
you would have won the game probably anyway.
Yeah,
You were playing
they
well.
completely
Listen,
dominated.
So why are we
play-
talking
you're-
about
No,
it?
we're about to. We just want you to just say
no,
that.
because
There was
because
contact.
it's disgusting.
It was 3-2.
Not every contact
Can I
is a
just-
foul. Football's a
Jay-
contact sport. What do
How
you
can
mean?
you go down like 5 minutes later?
What's Jason saying?
Jason,
That's
please fire the gun.
Yeah,
Cecil,
shoot him.
Cecil, shoot him.
Shoot him. Kill him.
Guess
Shoot
what?
him.
You're
That should be
shooting
a
up.
rapid fire.
You're shooting up. Go on, shoot me again.
Rapid, that should
I
be a
can
rapid
take it.
fire.
I can take it.
Right? Honestly.
Anthony Taylor got booed off the pitch, mate. He was a howler from him.
Even the
Please
first
just
Joe
take a bullet out and
Linton should
throw
have
it, man.
had
I think
4
that- I
yellow
think
cards,
Throw the
mate.
whole gun.
Just throw the.
Look, he doesn't even know how to shoot. He's like Nicholas Jackson. He ain't got a clue how to use the shooter.
Matisse, put it down. Matisse,
Put it down, man. Shoot yourself. Go on. I think that hurts.
What are you doing?
No, listen. Listen. It was a dive. It was a dive. There's
Dive
no
or
two ways
dive.
about it. And we would respect you a lot more if you just said, listen,
Admitted it.
Go on, Brock shot.
that was a dive.
Brock
Yeah.
shot.
But
Yeah, firing blanks.
but you can't take away though that Liverpool were very, very good.
No, very good.
And Liverpool just showed yesterday,
The top
like
contenders.
easy, not even just that. When their attack starts getting in the mood, yeah, and they keep coming and coming and coming. It's like Newcastle were actually a good threat on the counter attack, but it just was nowhere near strong enough to stem the just
How do you stem it?
barrage of attack. You just can't. You can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't. And I was looking at it like flipping it.
That could have been 8-2,
Like you knew.
to be honest.
Even when they pulled one back or whatever it was a bit tight. You just knew they're gonna get another chance a minute.
Yeah.
They're gonna get another chance a minute. Gonna get. And when you see Jota coming on, when you see Gakpo coming on, these types of guys, you're like, mate. And that's where Alex
Shout
is right.
out Curtis Jones as well.
Yeah, he was good as well.
Fantastic performance
He was good.
last night.
And I will say this.
Come on, Flex, what you got for me?
I will say
Say
this
it.
about Van Dijk.
Played well.
He's back.
He's looking back to
Imperious.
source. I'll hold.
Virgil.
Yeah, he is.
Don't worry,
he
he was a bit.
I've been one because obviously I hate
know what, the
Liverpool.
funny
I
thing
always
is,
want to see him not do
flex
good,
on
and I
both
want to
goals.
see
Centre-back
he's
in the
back
league.
to just being commanding, in
Yeah.
control.
You know
of
what though?
everything.
Both goals is a bit of fault, man. You know what I mean? On the
Not been
header,
dribble
to his
past
best.
on the
once
header,
this
and
season,
even on the goal with Isak, the two.
Yeah, but then
defenders
one
got beaten.
Trent tried a
Got
little
beat
left
too
foot
easy.
pass, and then they headed it.
Trent
And they're in.
shot.
Trent's shot, right? If that
Do you
had
think
gone
that was
in-
actually a
That
shot?
gone in would have been
Yeah,
goal,
yeah,
goal
he
of
meant
the
that was a
season.
shot.
He meant that.
Yeah.
He meant that.
Generation.
If that
I was
if
there.
that had gone in,
The angle
Yeah,
I
goal of the
saw,
season.
I was-
if that would have gone in, goal of the
the post
season,
is.
that would have clipped Canacho.
Trent one.
Yeah,
I was,
yeah.
to be fair, I was
Almost
flicking back and forth
ejaculated
between the darts and
immediately.
this last night.
Mad.
So
What?
I was
Darts.
flicking back and forth between the darts and
yeah.
this. So I saw like a
Yeah,
lot.
we threw a few arrows
I saw.
last night as well.
I saw the first 2 goals. I saw your equaliser. I saw Newcastle's, and then after that I was flicking. But I came back in time to see the dive.
You got to give Liverpool their credit, man. And you know what? From the outsiders looking in at the Liverpool team, where we thought they might be lacking with certain
mentality,
things to
mate.
not be able to go toe to toe with City. Listen, City can easily
City are
kick into
coming.
gear and start doing what they're going to do. We know that we predict that Haaland's back in there, going to be there. De Bruyne's going to be back in there. They're going to be back to the top of the league fairly soon.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at that Liverpool team, and with the deficiencies that I thought they had of why they maybe won't be able to compete, I looked at it and thought they can. They can. They will still need City to drop off a bit, but I think they can push City. And yeah, Jurgen Klopp deserves a lot of praise for changing that much and still looking that good.
For us to be 3 points or 5 points clear of City or Arsenal at this stage after it's a rebuild year,
Yeah.
like, come on, we need to be giving way more respect to Jurgen Klopp for the job, the rebuild, the mentality that he's managed to recapture with players like Endo, who got relegated with Stuttgart. £16 million.
Done it
Oh.
with Robertson as well.
Honestly, he's done it. How many times has he done it? We've got Joe Gomez playing left back. It could have been Andy Robertson playing there last night. The tackles that he was flying into. He needs a massive, massive round of applause, and we gave him one.
Well,
last
not from
night.
we're
Not
not
from
gonna
us, but yeah.
Oh,
Mate,
well,
you do
we
that.
gave
Do that
him
on your own
enough
channel,
last
mate.
night.
No round of applause because the diving ruined it. Right, let's move on to Tottenham.
Vamos, número uno.
You haven't won it yet, by the way, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow and steady.
Because I know you.
Yeah,
you
we
lot-
will still keep you.
Yeah.
You're very comfortable with this whole.
You got a job to do, but let's
Enjoy
just.
it. You've got to enjoy
First
Credit
things
where
first.
credit's due.
First is that knock 'em out Friday
Yeah,
night.
but you've
okay?
enjoyed it. What is
so
it?
you want that
5
now, yeah?
times out of the last
Yeah.
6
Sunday.
6
Oh,
races.
Who's on Friday? Oh, we're Friday.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
we're
getting
Friday.
knocked out
We're
Friday.
getting
That's
knocked
what
out
it is.
Friday.
Will you be able to take the stress if you come in here right after you're hired? And you
What, FA Cup?
and everyone's ready to attack you.
But
no, I'm not on about
do you
that.
remember
He's got
outside
bigger fish to
Anfield?
fry.
Do you remember
Not
outside
about
Anfield the
that.
other night? You were chatting to my cameraman, and he said if Liverpool get to the final, it's the same day as his wedding. And I'm the groomsman at his wedding. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah,
And he
yeah.
said, "Don't worry, man, we'll knock them out." Do you remember he said that?
No, I didn't say that.
We
actually.
will see.
It's one of the other. It's one of the
Got it
other
on
said.
camera.
But anyway, moving on to Tottenham. Big win for Big Ange.
Big win.
Although
Scoreline definitely
rode you luck
flattered
a
us.
bit, didn't it? Yeah.
100%. Scoreline flattered us. Again, more injuries in the game. Saar went off. I think he's going to be okay and he can go to AFCON. Hopefully for him. He was crying. Felt so sad for him. Valise as well. I think he's done a bad injury to himself. I think it looks like an ACL, which they initially thought. Yeah, poor guy tried to like carry on. When he had like one leg, he was like hopping around the pitch. He was.
That's
Also
what Timber
in
done. He
tears.
carried on after half time as well.
That's pure adrenaline.
It was.
man.
It was.
Yeah.
We had no subs left, and it was like the last 10 minutes, and he didn't want to come off. Which I
Shout
get.
out
He's
to
a
him,
young
man.
kid. He's getting an opportunity,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
he literally couldn't walk. Højbjerg decided to pass the ball to him when we were through on goal when he had Son to his left. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, typical Spurs, came out of the blocks firing, thought this is going to be, over and done early doors. Obviously not. Then we were under it for big spells of that game. But I actually thought defensively we were very good. Udogie was kind of playing this like Carl Walker role where he was recovering and doing those recovery runs. He was so good the other day. And I also want to give a lot of credit to Ben Davies, who in actual fact should be a squad player. He's been at the club I think 10 years or 11 years now, and he's been utilised so much in the last couple of seasons because of injuries. He's not someone that should have to come on and play like 20 odd games a season, and he was also a left back. He's kind of been moulded to play centre back, which he had to do kind of under Jose at times in a back three. And I'll give him credit because he's someone that always gives you a 7 out of 10 no matter what. And he's a player that a lot of people probably think, what's the point of him being there? But he's very important because when you've got so many injuries, he's coming on and doing a job. And I will also give credit to Emerson Royal because I was extremely critical of Emerson Royal last year. He was one that lots of the fan base wanted gone. And I think defensively, he's actually improved so much. And when he's just told to stay in one place and not do, a lot of the kind of showboaty stuff he likes to do, he's actually improved massively.
Is this really where we got to give big big credit to Ange Postecoglou.
100%.
Because all of the players that you just named, and this
All
is
out
what
the door.
when we say in comparison to, say, maybe Man United, right? You can complain about the players you've got, but a manager's job is to make those players better.
Yeah.
So you just named out some players there that I heard some of your fans ripping into last year.
And rightly so.
Yeah, right.
And rightly so, yeah. And they're playing out of their skin now for this new manager.
And also, they're having to come into a new system, which is probably not really that suited to them. This attacking high line, that's not really what they were. That's not what they were bought for. They were bought for Conte or Jose football. So they're having to come in and do this job for a long period of time. So we haven't had injuries that are like out for a month and they're back. This has been like 3-4 months by the time that they all come back, and they're having to do this role week in, week out, 3 games a week. And they're doing really well, to be honest. And I think you have to give credit to that back four, because none of them that have been starting for us are centre-backs. They are all full-backs. And they have come in and they're doing a job for us. And all credit went to them the other day for having a really good defensive display. I thought Gio Lo Celso, another one who's a bit part player, moving on.
Supposed to be gone.
A lot of these players that are starting for us are players that are meant to be out the door, and we've wanted to move on. And I would give credit to Ange in particular for someone like Dyer, because all the managers we've had previously when we've had injuries, they've put Dyer in. And I rate the fact that he said, he does not fit in my system. He's not going in.
But neither do a lot of the others, though.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
None of them fit in, but he just believes that they would be able to do it
At
better
least
than
if you're
him.
playing at centre back, I would say Royale has pace about him.
Yeah, exactly.
Eric Dyer doesn't, and a lot of managers would have caved in and said put Dyer there, and he made a decision to say I'm not doing that because I'm not going to change the way I play football to suit Eric Dyer, who is again out of contract very soon. So he's. For whatever anyone wants to say about Ange, you can say it. But from a Spurs perspective, could not be happier. And the reason I won't say we are in a title race, because that is absolutely not where we are meant to be. I think our whole aim this year was top 6, top 4 at an absolute push, and I think that's where we will stay. And I think that when we get everyone back, hopefully we're going to have a good January. I know it's not going to be something that set the world on fire, but we need to bring in a centre back. Apparently we're going to be doing that this week, which is unheard of for Spurs to be doing business in the first week of Jan. I'd love to get Conor Gallagher, because that's a rumour that's
Chelsea
flying
do that.
around.
That'd be the stupidest,
gonna
most
happen.
pathetic.
I love it.
Honestly,
It's not going to happen.
it
Can't
can't.
do that.
That
Let's
can't
not
happen.
do
Let's
that.
talk about Chelsea, because that was a
love
really
it.
entertaining game. That was Chelsea 3-0 up.
Held
Yeah.
on.
But the fighting spirit of Luton,
Yeah.
right? They pulled 2 back, and they were looking. I swear to God, if they,
They
had
could
another
have,
5, 10
they
minutes,
could have,
Mad.
yeah.
Oh,
What
100%. They
Licking
would
off
have
the
been
hit the
post,
bar
licking off
twice.
the bar.
It was
the bar
a
twice.
brilliant game. Cole Palmer, though, is
Yeah.
really proving to be a great signing for you guys.
What is it?
Yeah, I think he's second.
What does he do?
I think I said it on here, Cole
You
Palmer.
did?
Does it? Yeah,
and
you
now
did,
it's
yeah.
kind of, I don't know. Maybe
What, you
I
started it, yeah?
I feel like I want to take credit for it. Yeah, because Madueke
I feel
said
like
it in
you
the post-match
started it.
interview.
You started
But
Yeah, you were the first one I was
I think so.
They're watching your vids, bro.
Well, they're watching here. Yeah, listen, Luton it's gone past the point of bantering Luton and thinking they're going to be a walkover. Everybody's seen Luton's improvement and the way that they're fighting for their lives now. They really want to, stay up this season. They're causing all the big teams problem at home. So I already knew it was going to be a tough game, but I was really disappointed with the way we ended it, obviously. But Palmer, I think he's second in under 21
8
goal
goals this
contributions
season.
behind Bellingham. I think so. He's been brilliant, and the fact that he didn't even come in right at the start because he was obviously at City, so he
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
even
he's
play
got
the
a couple goals at the first round, the first.
he was obviously playing Community Shield and Super Cup, so he's come in and he's hit the ground running immediately. He's moved down from Manchester. He's spoken about moving out for the first time away from his family, but he's just it's not done anything to him. He's literally just been on fire the whole time, apart from maybe a couple of games here and there. Madueke, I was questioning, is Poch ever going to use this guy? Is he going to go in January?
I like him.
What's going to
Good
happen
mentality
here?
to come into.
And he's a Tottenham Academy product as well. And he's just come in there last couple of games. He's finally had an impact. And that goal that he scored, I was shocked.
thought it hit the side netting?
Yeah, I thought it hit the side netting. Right foot. I was like, listen, let me not get ahead of myself. I saw him wheeling away in celebration. I was like, all right. Because ain't nobody striking a ball like that at my club no more. Do you know what I mean? We ain't seen that in years. It's probably Reece James. So, yeah, I was just happy to get the 3 points. I don't really care. I'm not going to lie. I need the 3 points like this. But I don't. Yeah, we did mess up at the end and we did ride our luck. But that doesn't surprise me.
I agree
Silva was
about-
shouting at all the defence, man.
Gifted you a
I
goal.
wasn't
agree
happy.
about, everyone wrote Luton off. But
Yeah.
the performances at home especially they've
Yeah,
given
it's
against
long.
Liverpool, City, Tottenham, Arsenal,
Yeah.
now Chelsea. they're going to struggle with the teams around them a bit more because the game's going to be a little bit more
Cagey.
similar and cagey. But you have to give massive respect to
Yeah.
Rob Edwards as well, not only for the performances on the pitch, but what he's having to deal with off the pitch with Tom Lockyer, the captain of the club, the main man, obviously put out a statement the other day. But unbelievable from Luton. And do you know what? When you actually look at the table now,
They can get out.
if Everton carry on and Luton win their next
Brentford as
game,
well.
Luton
Dropping
have got
off
a
the
game in
start.
hand
But
over
But Tony's
Everton.
coming back though, so
Luton
But it's
have
going
a
to keep.
game
It's
in
going to
hand
keep changing.
over
It's going to
Everton.
keep. That's getting tighter because people are getting more inconsistent. Everton were on a really good run and thought,
Yeah.
right. So what if they got deducted 10 points? Look at them flying.
Yeah.
And
Now
now
look.
they're struggling a little bit. Luton are going to have another period where they're not on cloud nine and maybe do lose because they started off really badly. They couldn't get a win
Yeah.
for ages.
It's a long old
So
season.
it's exactly. It's going to
Only
start.
halfway through.
United.
Yeah.
Saturday, Man United
Giving it
Oh
that.
my God.
losing 2-1 after
Fair play.
it must be really deflating as a United fan to see the spirit and the comeback that you showed against Aston Villa to come back from 2-0 down. I think Bruno Fernandes was smart, but he kind of warned people at the
Yeah,
end.
he didn't trust himself. He said, "Nah, mate."
Hold on. It's only one game, right?
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was watching the game against Forest, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, when are United going to do something? They just seem to just sit there and just, I don't know, it was a weird game. And then they just allowed Forest to win that game. What did you make of it?
He's got a little something prepared.
mid-table mediocrity soon to come.
Got the Pradas out.
Damn. It's a serious people.
A couple of proposals.
Okay.
I want to speak to Matisse.
Oh, you want to talk to me?
Oh,
Wow.
snap.
You want to talk to me?
Yeah, get these gone. Rubbish.
Talk to you, man.
There's no way.
Wow.
There's no
wow,
way.
Wow. Wow.
What's he got?
Show me the money.
Wow.
Okay. This
Go to
here.
the camera so they can see it there.
Okay.
What are you offering?
Okay.
Okay, talk to me. Let's do business now. Now that you're with me.
I want to talk to you, Matisse, because we ain't always seen eye to eye.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I want this little thing of ours, little Nicosa Nostra, you know? I want to start something new.
Okay.
Yeah? We don't always see eye to eye. And I ain't always been the best man to you. You ain't always been the best man to me. Okay? I want to start something called the Mid-Table Mafia.
Okay.
Okay?
That's embarrassing.
Wow.
Shameless.
A real man can admit his flaws.
Okay.
Abby, I want to talk to you. I want to change seats with you. I shouldn't be here. You deserve to be here. You can hang with AGT. You can hang with him. You don't deserve to be next.
The man's cooking me after just saying he's gonna make peace.
No, but we are the same.
Yes, we are.
And I want to say,
Glad you guys see that
I
now.
want to say, hey, you know, it don't always go the way that we wanted it to go. This thing called life, right? Yeah. What I want to say is, money changes everything.
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah. And when you said you want to apologize to me, and I turned the other cheek to you, my friend, I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize, and like I say, the Cosa Nostra, this thing of ours, okay,
Yeah.
right?
Do you know he's joking about it, right?
he's
And I'm
being
just
serious.
looking on it and I didn't even
Yeah,
realise
they're in
that.
a mid-table battle.
You're only 3 points above Chelsea.
This why I'm still.
He's
no
trying
joke.
to make him an offer he can't refuse.
So hey, what do you say, huh? What do you say?
How much is in here? Because I need another billion. How much?
Wow.
You need more down payments. We work on the payments.
Installments?
From my mob family
advance.
to your mob family. This is a token of mine. This is a gesture. This is just a gesture.
Did you pay to get your roof fixed?
Jim Rack,
Priorities.
he got 250 mil for that. Now can we swap seats right
Yeah,
now?
we can. Come on then. Come on then. Come on.
Well, it's a pleasure doing business, Manchester United fans. I did try to tell you, I don't have an agenda. I just open honesty.
What's wrong, man?
What are you doing, lad?
What's wrong with
Shout out
United?
me, mate.
Thank you for that. I'm going to need
That was
this.
as bad as I've
Got
seen.
a big January
United.
window ahead of us. A lot of signings
9
to make.
defeats now. 9. I can't believe it. 9.
14 in the season overall.
Feels weird being over this side.
It's long.
Feels weird. It's
not
bright.
easy. It's not
It's a
easy.
whole different perspective.
Bright
Yeah,
this side.
it's long-
very
long.
bright. It's like the sun.
What's wrong with United?
Look, we can see our flags in the distance.
What's
right
right
next to
with
each
it?
other.
as far away as possible.
Bright over
What's wrong with United?
What's right?
Yeah,
That's right.
listen, it's just the same. It's just no different. The same way how after the Liverpool game, going into the West Ham game, did it give us confidence? Did every Man United fan think they were going to win? No. Then you do that against Villa, great comeback. Then you go next game's Forest, Nuno got them playing right at it. Alanga chomping at the bit against his old team, and fair play to him, by the way. United fans giving him stick for coming through that adversity and believing he can play at a decent level, and him celebrating. We didn't want him. We hounded him out. We said he's not good enough for Man United, and I'm not saying that he should be brought back, but he's making our wingers look like trash. He looks like 5 times the player Anthony is.
I did say it to you on Thursday.
Easy. So don't be getting on Alanga's back for celebrating when he was in a tough period at Man United. Most people want him to be sold. No, because the level of Man United is obviously not Anthony, but I'm not saying it is Anthony Alanga.
It's not Alanga either, yeah.
But you get revisionism, that's fine. Yeah. But what I'm saying is Man United fans who are on his back have some decorum. Like the kid's done well.
It costs nothing to
exactly.
you lot, and
exactly. And we got 15 million quid for him, and it was the right move. We all thought. So that's fair play to him. He deserved it. But Man United, it's just the same old, and this is what it's going to be to the end of the season, which is why I'm sitting here. Which is why I went, actually, no. Stop trying to look up and go, what does fourth look like? No, look down. and I'm on 31 points. How does this 40 points thing go as well?
So
I need to explain that.
I think
How does that work?
we're 4 wins from 40 points.
Right.
So what I do is I take it game by game now, because I was taking it by 7, and that was too many games.
It's a big batch, so you just do one game.
Game by game.
Right.
You look at the next
You've
fixture.
actually lost more games than Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the goal difference is worse.
But see, because we don't draw many games. Only them.
Cams was actually quick to tweet me, and he said, United's like expected goals, and I think you're 18th for goals.
Yes, worse than Chelsea's, yeah.
And expected goals and expected wins.
It's only
you're
Sheffield
like
United, I think, and Burnley.
Yeah,
who got worse.
You're in like
goal scored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like 5th for all that, and then you're like bottom half.
Which means we're really efficient because we don't score that many goals, but we're still that high at the table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Disgrace.
But it's a game.
So,
It's a game
the
by
Forest
game.
game was exactly that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't have.
But the players,
One chance and
Morgan
Rashford
gives
scored.
yeah, exactly, and that was given to us by Matt Turner, who's absolutely awful, by the way.
terrible.
He is pathetic, but we
You don't know where I'm from, dog.
couldn't even capitalise. But it is, Morgan Gibbs White said it best. He said in that I don't know if you've seen that clip
Yes.
of him. He said, look at their faces, they don't even want to be here.
And he's right.
And he's right. The players, listen, like you said, Bruno Fernandes wouldn't even say, we can build upon this. Eriksen said after the game, this season's been 2 steps back, 1 step forward. Erik Ten Hag is on the vibe now of which is the only thing he can do is Ineos know that when I get the players back, in performances will improve and this and that will improve.
Excuses.
We'll see. He also took off Kobe Mainoo at half time for Scott
That was
McTominay
weird.
and said that okay, it was a lack of energy. The young kids played 3 games in a week and stuff. I saw, but I'm sorry, you can do. The people were at me with little running stats and all these little things. At the end of the day, in the second half, we conceded 2 goals, and midfield was way more open than it was in the first half. So, however we want to look at it, whether it's a young kid trying to protect him, it didn't work. Yeah. So, but no change. Ineos have coming in. They're starting to do what they're going to do. We're going to take more licks. We just got to write off this. You've got to do what you did last year. We're going to finish mid-table.
Do you think the manager could get sacked?
Maybe
100%.
not. Maybe not because
100% he could.
I think he can.
I heard something like Ineos has gone through like 4 managers in 5 years or something.
Yeah, like he can, but not until they work out what the plan is, which they still haven't done yet. But absolutely, he can get sacked, or they can get in and just say we're going to change everything at the end of the season. Let's just get to the end of the season.
Confident in this Ineos thing because
Don't know.
Sounds a bit messy.
he didn't really
to me.
pull up trees really at Nice, has he?
Second in the league, mate. Second in the league.
Look,
How many pushing Champions
the thing
League?
is, right, all Manchester United fans wanted the Saudis. They wanted the Saudis because they're going to come in.
working, mate.
They're not going to think about, the budget or, restrictions.
You have to take your club off sale, mate.
They're just going to go all out. So
Yeah, get back in your club, mate. No one even wanted to buy
Who
you,
would
mate.
you
You had to
rather
take
be?
it off the
Who
market,
would you
mate.
rather be
You had to
now?
go outside, get the for sale sign, mate. Take it out the market. Say no one wants to buy it. You know what I mean? Remember
I
that.
don't think you can chat.
and it's the same with Chelsea.
Really,
Like when we had
I
the
can't 'cause I
ownership.
hate Liverpool. That's why.
When we had the ownership situation as well, we had
It is.
Radcliffe come in late. We had the Ricketts, which I warned you about as well.
like
And
Michael Ricketts.
we also wanted Saudis. We couldn't get them in the end because I think the Premier League blocked
what a
it.
shame.
So Why are you over there?
What a shame. We had an oligarch and then we wanted a whole state.
Listen,
What a shame.
Jackass!
do you know what? I
Let's just keep
thank
fighting
my lucky
things.
stars every day that Roman Abramovich chose us and not you. Because
Yeah, do you know why? 'Cause that
life
used to be asking too much
life could
then.
have been so different. You know?
Yeah, it
I'm
would've
telling
been.
you.
You would still be in.
But
like,
look what's
League-
happened to you
you'd be in
since.
League Two,
Mudded
where you used
after
to be.
mudded after
No
mudded after
fans,
mudded.
no stadium.
And by the way, just because you're sitting over there doesn't mean you have a trophy like them, all right? Things don't change. You are still
He's got
the
me
only
there.
person on this panel to not have any significant
And
serious
Abby's
trophy,
New Year's wish
right?
was for a fully fit squad, and I said to her,
Yeah.
"What? Not a trophy?" I said, "Why are you not wishing for a trophy?" She won't even allow herself to make that as a New.
I said I've got to be realistic.
So yeah.
All right, let's get through a few super
Yeah,
chats.
let's go through. By the way, I was the only person around this table to predict that Forest would win that 2-1. So big up to me.
About time you got one right.
I predicted that.
He just
and
went
Broken
back.
stars right
You
twice
said
a
I
day.
I just
copied
watched
you.
you go
Yeah,
back
I
and
copied
looked
you.
at it to double check that he had got
Thanks,
it
I
right.
appreciate
And I
that.
did. So
Got me
thanks.
some
You also
points.
predict you'd
Super
fucking
chat
beat
time.
Man United 9-0.
Super
So-
chat time, bud. AK says Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, new contract downfall. Clowns. Sultan says keeper said it was a pen, so why are you lot crying?
wasn't. It
You're
wasn't.
out in gutter. That means cry at home, as you know. Oscar Ray says if Spurs are in the title race, so are the mighty West Ham.
Lions.
AJ said
Oh.
crazy XG by Liverpool.
We just gave you Reguilon back just now.
Oh.
No way.
Man United have decided to cut Sergio Reguilon's loan short as Tyrell Malacia has returned to fitness, and there are now fewer games during the second half. He will now return to Tottenham Hotspur. There you go. There's a little injury
I
boost.
forgot he was even there.
Ange can turn water into wine. He can get Reguilon playing. That'll actually
I
work.
never felt
You might-
Reguilon was that bad.
That'll work.
I actually wouldn't be
Reguilon
surprised if
might
he could get
work good
something.
in his
That'll work all right.
It might work good in his system.
Second choice.
Sultan says 7 XG, 34 shots, 15 on target, 61 possession, but Liverpool, clowns. Todd Miller, Jota for Jesus film for that dive. Hope says before Arsenal's 1-1 win at Anfield, Robbie, Troops and Militao were waffling about Saliba and Gabriel being the best centre-back partnership in the league. Did
Rolls
Ty
Royce.
get into them or what?
Still
How
wicked.
times have changed.
Still a wicked
By the way,
partnership,
Saliba
Yeah, it
with
is,
a
I mean-
5 out of 10,
No,
his
hold on.
lowest performance. No, not hold on. The facts are the facts, Robbie.
Saliba to me,
Shocking
last
game.
night, if it, as good as your defenders were, they conceded 2 sloppy goals.
Top of the league though, Rob.
I know they're top of the league, but
Everything's
they
null and
conceded
void when
2
you're top of the
sloppy
league.
goals.
By the way,
Right,
get
so
them likes
remember
up.
that.
Everything's
There's
null and
over
void when you're top of the league.
8,500 of you watching. We're not even
the
at
moment,
1,500
80.
likes.
Man,
Come on, guys,
man,
2K.
We need 2K. Come on, before the end of the
The
show.
comedy we've given you today. Get it more
We
up.
worked hard on this
We've still got a
today.
couple more. Matisse, you fraud. We did you a favour. You can go to 9th now. All the
Fraud.
money's out.
Rich fraud. How do I pronounce
Fraudulent money. Trent centimetres away from winning the Puskas.
Have you broken?
Yeah, that would have been a great goal.
Rishab says us fans would rather enjoy the highs and lows of a title charge as Arsenal or Liverpool and chest up. Abby Koglu, as always, with the biggest deflection by avoiding the title question.
I'm just don't think.
Well, I
we're
gave
in a
it to you,
title
good working
race.
order. I'm not
I
paying you
actually
again.
answered I don't think we are in a title
You have to
race.
flick it out.
This guy
To
is
the right, to the right.
Answered you.
What's going on, Rob?
Might have to put it
Liverpool deserved to win yesterday, but why soft penalty only for Liverpool, not for Newcastle? AGT Endo made clear contact with Longstaff. No, I was there. I didn't see that.
No, that was
you didn't see that?
No, I was very close
was
to
a
that as
definite
well.
penalty for them. There was
Okay.
there was way more contact
Sure.
in that than both.
Listen,
of
the
you.
referee got booed off the
No, it
pitch
was.
by both sets
Don't you
of
think
fans,
that
so-
the Newcastle one? There was more contact on that than both of Liverpool's.
What was the
penalties.
Newcastle one again?
Exactly.
The-
Don't
the
even
one on
remember it.
Longstaff.
So it's fine.
Oh yeah, disgrace cheat. That was a foul as
Yeah,
well.
you didn't even remember it.
Yeah,
you
I
There's
needed
more
it.
contact on
Oh,
that.
get out of here, man. NBA High says Chelsea 5 points away from top 6. He says Gallagher sold in summer for 60 million. We will be there. SN 1990 says no one wants Forest to go down, so we gift them 3 points. Matt says like the Oasis hoodie AGT. Come on. Shout out Block P. Ryan C says Ballgate to be a next United manager. And Mind Cracker says Onana cost us 60% of the goals this season. I still think Ten Hag deserves a chance of real recruitment where he can just coach. I think we've seen how that ends up though, when he just gets all of his
Real
mates from
recruitment,
Ajax.
as
Doesn't
if
work.
he's been on a budget.
Super chat's up to
Real
date, Robbie.
recruitment. Who said
Super
that?
chat's up to date. Shout
Okay,
out
let
to
me-
That's an outrageous super
Mindcracker.
chat.
Let me just
Outrageous.
quickly go through the other games. Aston Villa beating Burnley by 3 goals to 2.
Entertaining game that. I was watching
Got a bit
that.
of a scare on Villa.
Yeah.
Got a bit of- Burnley were down to 10 men as well. So,
Sander
but
Berge.
another defeat for Burnley, but brilliant for Aston Villa. That home record continues. They still haven't lost a game.
They would have been
at
on a
home
little
this
bit of a
season.
slump if they didn't win that. Not beating
Yeah.
Sheffield United, come back lost against us, then not beating Burnley would have been a bit. So
That
that's
would've
good
been
for them.
massive,
Now they're
Palace-
second.
Lucky to
Massive
win
for them,
that
yeah,
game,
exactly.
to be
Yeah,
honest.
Crystal Palace, massive win for Crystal Palace, winning 3-1 against.
Shout out Elise and
How
Eze.
good is Elise and
Elise,
Eze?
I told you, I said
I saw
already, I
your
love
tweets.
Elise at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Shameless, mate.
Why is that
baller.
shameless?
Saying Elise, Eze, come to United. Do you think they're?
No, no,
I said I asked Ineos
They've
to go
got
buy.
eyes. Why would they go?
So
there?
it's got to change somehow.
They're brilliant
It's got to
players.
change somehow, man. I want good players on my
You
team.
know you do turn into.
All right, I
Ty.
don't want him. I don't want him.
He
Well, yeah,
actually
you told
does
me I
go
turned
into
into Ty.
Ty.
All right, I don't want him. I
Brentford,
don't want
boys.
good players.
Tie tendencies
I want rubbish
as well.
players.
He does.
You do
Brentford,
have tie
by the way,
I want rubbish players.
in big trouble, aren't they, Brentford, at the moment?
They are.
5 consecutive defeats.
Need Ivan back
No
quick, man.
Embuemo. Johan Wissa on his way to AFCON as well.
Tony soon come, no?
And Tony on the 16th.
There's
What-
no
what
chance
will he
they're
be
letting,
like?
They
they're
can't let
not
him go.
letting Tony
What?
go.
They can't
There's
let
no
him go.
way.
There's no way they can let him go.
What day-
what day is he back?
What's he going to be like?
I think he's back now, but he
He does it when,
8th of Jan.
when you think about it, he does owe it to them, man.
He has to.
He does.
especially now they're in the mud.
Thomas Frank at the end of the season had a mic
Paid.
to the whole crowd, the whole Brentford
Yeah, I
crowd,
remember.
speaking on him, saying support him. All this.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
At
with
the
the
end of last season.
Oh, right,
Remember,
yeah,
he was,
yeah.
bruh. He gave him a whole
To
speech.
Brentford to stay.
He has to stay there to the end of the
Ivan
season.
Toney
As long as he
does-
gets,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Ivan Toney does seem the type of guy to me.
Listen,
you know, that.
yeah,
Yeah, but if I was
Bro,
Brentford, I'd say you're not
ready
going.
for leaving.
Big up Ivan, yeah. He wants that big
Brentford
move.
Strong-minded guy.
He
you
wants to
know
go
what
to
I mean?
Arsenal. He wants to go to Arsenal,
But then
but
prove
Manchester-
it. Prove it. Come back and have a good 6 months, and then you'll get it.
Yeah.
Manchester City 2, Sheffield United 0.
you said that would be like 6-0. You said it would be like
I
6-0.
thought it'd be
yeah.
about 6-0.
said
Sheffield
5.
United
Probably
dug
should've
in.
been.
They found it very difficult to sort of, score goals against Sheffield United, and but 2-0 win to them. Wolves 3, Everton 0.
Yeah, look how happy you are that
Had a
they're starting to
very
do crap again.
What a week
Tough
for
time,
Liverpool,
Everton,
by the
over
way.
the past
What a week for
couple
Liverpool.
of weeks, Everton, and they lost.
It's a week.
Game tonight, of course, is West Ham versus Brighton. And if we take a look at the table
Need a
right
draw on
now,
that.
let's
Gonna leapfrog Man
Now-
United.
now you're
in a
getting it.
draw.
This is what we're
I
doing.
need a draw. This
Yes.
is mid-table mafia.
That's why the Liverpool result
let's
was
look
good
at the
for
bottom of
Newcastle.
the table first. Sheffield United bottom on 9 points, played 20 games. Burnley on 11 points after 20 games. Luton on 15 points, but they've played 19 games. They've got a game in hand over Everton, who are now on 16 points. Like you said, a couple of weeks ago, everyone was saying, no problem. Everton,
Need them 10 points back.
Not a problem. Everton now in problem, and Brentford struggling as well. They do have that game in hand as well, but they've got 19 points. Forest, though, big win for them. That moves them up into 15th. Nuno Espirito Santo has come in, has gone away and won at Newcastle where nobody's won, and then has beaten Man United at
Sorry,
home.
did you say nobody's won?
Oh, yeah, you won. Sorry.
Why'd you do this to him,
We're
Robbie?
to get the stats right. then
Right.
let's get them right.
Oh, now you're
When
interested in
they
getting
fall,
the stats
the
right.
first proper loss they get, he has to get cooked the most. Remember?
Top of the league are Liverpool
proper
on
Best bridesmaids
45
coming soon.
points, 3 points ahead of Aston Villa on 42. Manchester City lurking, 19 played, 40 points. If they win that game in hand, they get up to 2 points. And Arsenal in 4th on 40. Tottenham a point back in 5th on 39 points. And West Ham, if they win tonight, they'll still be in 6th, but they'll be on 36 points. United in 7th on 31. They will drop out of that position
5 points behind West Ham and that.
If Brighton win tonight, you drop out of it. The other team that's been dropping like a stone
how it is for
is
us.
Newcastle. Newcastle in
Matty Renton.
9th place.
They're in 9th.
Matty Renton.
Renton,
Yeah,
where are you,
We're
lads?
getting
Come
there.
on.
They're in
Man,
9th
Renton.
now.
Yeah.
Tell you what, Chelsea could go on a little run and go past all you guys.
I know.
Can I just say, last stat before we leave?
Yeah.
Mohamed Salah has the same amount of Premier League titles at Liverpool and Chelsea. 1-1. I'm done now. Let's leave.
Couple super chats before we go. That's embarrassing.
We've come to the end of the show, but let's do these last 2 super chats.
Aura Tail
Is
says,
it- is embarrassing.
Bro. Come sit back down.
He's embarrassing.
This grace, guys. Aura Tail says, AGT dodging negative. I haven't read them all out, my friend. About his team, that sums up
Oh,
the
is that
fan
what you've been
base.
doing?
Oh, I bet you have.
Bro, I've
Is that what
read
you've been
out
doing,
every
dodging super
single
chats?
one.
Oh.
Super chat.
What have you been missing out there,
AGT,
mate?
why didn't you read my name? Only chat, Safi.
Hey, he's been dodging
You
him, eh?
you see this guy?
He's
Yeah,
been
big up
dodging him.
Safi, man. Sending them Canadian dollars in for the super chat.
Can't trust AGT. You know?
Marlon, can the panel take a moment to reflect on all the people that would still be with us in 2024 if Nunes was the shooter? RIP, Tupac and Biggie.
I thought it was really serious there. I was like, don't laugh. Like this is
Big
like
up him, big
proper
up Marlon.
thing, like-
That's a good
And here we go. N Russ LFC to finish us off says, up the Reds. Big up to AGT from Bristol. Definitely made a thing of that game, but we dominated them. Times Newcastle couldn't even get out of their box. And then Doz PR says, I think I Robbie burn his fish.
I still got a fish.
Mackerel.
Right, listen,
Mackerel, man.
Jason said you missed one. Jason said you missed one.
See,
Jason's still there.
is that how you
It
carry
was
on?
Liverpool fans are disgusting. Cry the hardest. Say we all have to come together to change PGMO. Laughing.
I will find it.
Laughing in all
I will
our
find it.
faces, getting completely
I will find
incorrect
it.
decisions.
Find it.
Their way, disgusting. It was
Oh, what,
at.
like at Tottenham, yeah?
It was at
We got
118.
everything that day, didn't
it
we?
was at 118.
If we find
Here it is.
that,
I've got it here
Got
from
it?
Aura Trail.
Oh, so you
Liverpool
did miss
fans are
it.
disgusting. Cry the hardest. Say we'll have to come together to change PGMOL. Laughing in our faces, getting completely incorrect decisions their way since. Disgusting. And this was sent
Top of the
at
table,
1:18 p.m.
It's now
Why
quarter to
was
2.
this not read out?
you're a disgrace.
You're a cheat.
I'm top of the
And I hope
table,
you
that's
get-
what I
You may
am.
not get relegated, but I hope you don't win the league. Shoot it.
Almost
Shoot it.
You must read out all super chats.
Yes.
All no
Yeah,
super chats.
see,
Yes.
You
You
see that?
lying
Top of the
cheat,
table,
disgrace. How could you do
You
that?
can't even shoot.
That's so disingenuous.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Just like their players have
Firing
died.
blanks.
It runs through the fan
Hello,
base as well.
Heavens.
Right?
And this is why we can't trust you.
Super chats.
cannot be
That is a new
Can't be
low
trusted.
even for
We
you.
can't trust your
That is a new
stats.
low.
We can't trust your super
I
chats.
told you, that's
Wow.
why Klopp's ring fell off last night. I told you.
That is a lot.
Right? But anyway, we've reached the end of the show today. I hope
missing
I hope that you've enjoyed it. The cooking has been going on. But listen, thank you, Abby. Thank you very much, AGT, even though you cheat, right?
Number one.
Before you finish on this side, is this my? I don't know if there needs to be a poll. Do I just need to stay here?
We'll do a
Right, for the rest of the season.
No, can't be.
Well, you still want to
I still need to be in
right, cool,
cooking vicinity.
Big up to,
Don't leave me.
I've got the
big up to Flex and big up to Matisse and big up to you guys. Thank you for all the support you showed us, by the way.
Yeah, round
here
of
on the
applause for the
channel
audience.
in 2023. It's 2024 now. We've got some big things in store for you this year. Keep supporting this show. We love the way this show has just grown and grown and grown. So make sure you check it out week in, week out here. And
Big
of
up to
course,
you
this
guys.
week is the FA Cup. We'll be back previewing those games. Previewing a review. On Monday, of course, the big one. We'll be reflecting on that. Liverpool.
Or deflecting on that. We'll see what happens.
When is that game? Sunday?
Yeah,
Sunday.
Yes, on Monday we talk about it.
Please, Arsenal, do the biz.
Oh, he's begging now.
Thanks for
Tuesday,
watching.
right?
Oh yeah.
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah, it is.